All right, y'all. Stephen Thomas, OTC. Don't mind the roof. I might get this whole thing clean and something gonna have to off. This whole thing probably have to come off and get a hold of the roof. Anywho, but I did a video. I pre-recorded a video earlier when I was on my way to the gym. You can see it's post gym now because I'm done. Excellent workout, by the way. So it was about the whole Indianapolis, Indiana incidents with the teenagers and how the police. I thought he was a chief. Come to find out, he was a regular Metropolitan Police officer, and he was talking about just all the teenagers down there, right, and how they're not the parents. They're not their kids' parents. They're not their kids' guardians, overseers. None of that, right? They're just the local law enforcement to protect and serve. So actually, when I actually watched down more for your page of the Indianapolis incidents, this is about what happened. It was about 5 teenagers, 2 died, and it was because all unsupervised teenagers were there. Not one adult in sight, not one parent in sight. And it comes back to what I said prior in the video that I pre-recorded because I didn't post it on here. That's why you're seeing a new video now of saying that when I was growing up, either I was at the Parks Mall, Redburn, Town East, Hewlin. Our parents, there were grown-ups that knew us kids, teenagers. But then I forgot that I had a job too. Summer's out, most of the kids don't want to work. That's problem number one. Most of these kids don't want to work. Now, if you're talking about a 13, 14, 15-year-old, okay, but even car washes, cutting yards, most of these kids don't want to work. The parents work. You letting these kids run the streets. Back in the day when we did it, we had to be home before the street lights come on. We was outside playing basketball, drinking out the hose water. We was doing everything. The only time we really chased tail and chased females was on the weekends at the mall. If you know, you know. I had a job. I worked at a barbershop. I worked with my dad. And then I worked at Six Flags most of my life before I, ventured on to college and got my other careers and stuff like that. Most of these kids in Indianapolis, Indiana that I've seen on these videos don't want to work. Their parents work. Their parents work I don't know how many hours, and they set their kids free for the weekend, unsupervised. And you wonder why these kids get in trouble. You wonder why these kids go missing. You wonder why these kids get hurt and end up being unalive because parents feel like they don't want to be part of their children's lives. And then when they get that fatal phone call from the police or that doorbell ring in the middle of the night saying your child won't come home for the remainder while you being alive, now it's a problem. Now you want to cry. For 5 kids, 2